Now it is time for sloped soffits. And I figured out why. I was able to mirror this. What was happening, and I don't know if yours may run into this, but my roof was actually back in about 3/4 of an inch here. Even though the offset was right, aligning eaves was right, everything was right on the roof. The problem was is we got brick, stone, brick siding. And just the way they all came together, it it made this edge right here of the roof back in this direction about 3/4 of an inch, which put it up higher than this edge of the roof. So when I mirrored this over, it looked like it was too low, and it was like, oh, this is weird. Why is it not working? So I edited my roof footprint and just brought that edge out a little bit. So this overhang is actually a little more than 12 inches, but it made the roof work. Okay. So you may have to fix that on yours. But anyway, everything else there worked out good. I put the soffit in and put my little return extrusion in place. Okay, now slope soffits, because we got to have a soffit up underneath this part of the roof here. And we got to have a subfascia running up and down from there. So to put that in, first thing I need to know is the height from that point down to my second ceiling level. And I'm going to write that down so I'll remember it. It is 5 feet 11, 35, 128. Okay, yours may be different. So don't just take that number for gospel, because yours may be a little bit different. But I need to know that number. All right, now I'll go to my second ceiling level, and I'm going to start my soffit command. Generic 1/2 inch socket. My level is going to be second ceiling. I don't think I want to do an offset. I think we're good with that. So we'll try some of this. I don't want to do that because I'll pick everything. So I'm going to go pick lines. I'm going to pick the outside edge of the roof. And I want to pick one of those angled lines. And I think that is the line there. Yeah, floors, that's the same as the outside core of my wall. Okay, and then I want the peak. And now I can trim. Okay, and now we're going to go a slope arrow. And we're going to start it at that corner and bring it up to the peak. And the level of the tail is going to remain 0. I think we may have to offset a little bit. And now we'll put in that measurement we took, 5 feet, 11, 35, 128. And let's create it. Let's go look at it. I can't tell. So, oh, there it is there. Okay. Let's see, where is that section view? Okay, so I'm gonna have to play around with it. That's the general gist of it. Let's go back and edit that. second ceiling. And instead of doing height at tail, let's do slope. I'll set height at tail 0. My roof slope there is a 1012. The slope is better, but I need to pull it down so that it's about a ½ inch up from here. So let's put in a detail line so that we can measure some stuff here. Well, let's see, I don't need to do that. Let's just measure that. 2 and 99, 256. 99 divided by 256 equals that. Plus 2 minus 0.5. So I want to drop it 1.8867 inches. Minus 1.8867 inches. That looks about right, methinks. Let's go back to this section and look. It's kind of hard to tell if it's up in the, I think it's still up in the roof itself. Maybe we should give it a color, huh? Let's go edit type. Oh, I had it painted white. I'm befuddled as to what. Let me stop and I'll figure it out. Okay, I think I got it figured out. Um, what I did is I started my sketch here at the top surface of the roof where the top surface of the roof intersected the return. I needed to start it at the bottom at this point, right about here. So let me reverse this section. I didn't reverse it. Yeah, I think that will do that. Because I want to move it over to that point. So can I dimension that? Let's see. No, of course not. What? Oh, that's weird. Um, 6 and 39, 286. Man. All right, let's go into edit the footprint of the thing. Let's go 6 inches. Okay, so that's got it down into my fascia. That looks better. 3D view. Yep, I can see it now. Okay, so that's working. Now we're going to do a subfascia below that, but on the face of the brick. So just like before, we need to measure from there down to the soffit and write these numbers down. 9, 117, 128. Come on, measure. And that's 8 inches. Okay. Bottom of soffit, we'll go second ceiling. Oh, I hit soffit. I didn't want soffit. Y'all saw me do that, didn't you? Fascia. Okay, vertical offset minus 9. I'm gonna have to deal with that here in a minute. I guess my password is kind of expired maybe. And then minus 8 inches. Let me flip up so I can grab the top edge of that. Huh, okay, so my vertical height was messed up. Did I read that wrong when I measured it? I'm going to save it since I'm getting these pop-ups. Maybe it's because I'm in a, I bet it's because I'm in a section view. Uh, and it works parallel perpendicular to it. I bet that's what it is. So let's, 7 and 21/32. Let's try that. That looks much better. Mo better, mo better. Okay. Now, having said all those things, once we get that in place, we've got to adjust the slope on this and the length of it because we want the top of it. We want the top corner here to meet with the bottom edge of the fascia.